Odin. As the All-Father and chief of the Aesir gods, Odin commands wisdom, knowledge, war, and death. He is renowned for his relentless pursuit of wisdom, having sacrificed one of his eyes at the Well of Mimir in exchange for a drink that granted him immense knowledge. Odin is often described as a wise and cunning figure, frequently traveling the 9 realms in disguise to gather information. He rules over Asgard from his throne in Valhalla, where fallen warriors are welcomed into the afterlife after dying honorably in battle. Odin is also associated with poetry, magic, and prophecy, and he's accompanied by his faithful ravens, Hugin and Munin, who bring him news from across the cosmos. Thor, son of Odin. Thor is the brawny and boisterous god of thunder, lightning, storms, oak trees, and protection. He wields the mighty hammer Mjolnir, which he uses to defend Asgard and Midgard, the realm of humans, from giants, monsters, and other threats. Thor's strength and courage are legendary, and he is generally depicted as the defender of both gods and mortals against the forces of chaos and destruction. Despite his formidable appearance, Thor is also known for his good-naturedness and sense of humor, enjoying feasting, drinking, and battling with equal terms. Freya. Among the most revered of the Norse goddess, Freya is associated with love, fertility, beauty, and war. She rides a chariot pulled by 2 cats and possesses a falcon feather cloak that allows her to shapeshift. Freya is usually described as a powerful and independent figure, unafraid to assert her desires and pursue her own interests. She is also a practitioner of Norse magic associated with prophecy and divination. Freya's home is in the realm of Folkvang, where half of the warriors slain in battle are said to reside alongside her. Freyr. Freya's twin brother and the god of fertility, prosperity, peace, and sunshine. Like his sister, Freyr is associated with abundance and the natural world, particularly agriculture and the changing of the seasons. He is depicted as wielding a magical sword called the Sword That Fights on Its Own, which he famously gave to his servant Skirnir in exchange for the hand of the giantess Gjörr, whom he had fallen in love with. Freyr's benevolent nature and association with fertility rituals make him a beloved figure among both gods and humans. Loki. A complex and enigmatic figure, Loki is a god of mischief, trickery, and chaos. Despite being counted among the Aesir gods, Loki is actually a Jotun, giant, adopted by Odin as a foster brother to Thor. Known for his cunning wit and shapeshifting abilities, Loki regularly finds himself embroiled in schemes and pranks that cause trouble for both gods and mortals alike. Although his actions sometimes lead to disaster, Loki is also responsible for a number of beneficial deeds, including the retrieval of Thor's hammer Mjolnir and the creation of various magical artifacts. He had 3 children with another Jotun, Angerboda, the goddess of the dead, Hel, the wolf, Fenrir, and lastly the world serpent, Jörmungand. Frigg. The wife of Odin and queen of the Aesir, Frigg is the goddess of marriage, motherhood, and the household. She is known for her wisdom, foresight, and ability to weave the fates of gods and mortals alike. Frigg is generally described as a loving and devoted wife and mother, fiercely protective of her family, and willing to go to great lengths to ensure their safety and well-being. Regardless of her importance, Frigg tends to remain in the background of Norse mythology, overshadowed by her more prominent husband and children. Nevertheless, her influence is felt throughout the cosmos, as she watches over the affairs of gods and humans from her hall in Asgard. Baldur. The son of Odin and Frigg, Baldur is the god of light, purity, and beauty. Described as the most handsome and beloved of all gods, Baldur is known for his radiant smile and gentle nature. He is often depicted as a symbol of innocence and goodness, untouched by the darkness and strife that characterize much of Norse mythology. However, Baldur's idyllic existence is shattered when he is killed by a mistletoe arrow, thrown by the trickster god Loki. Despite the efforts of the gods to resurrect him, Baldur remains in the realm of the dead until the cataclysmic events of Ragnarok, when he is said to return to life and usher in a new age of peace and prosperity. Tyr. The god of law, justice, and heroic glory, Tyr is renowned for his bravery, integrity, and willingness to make sacrifices for the greater good. He is usually described as a one-handed figure, having lost his right hand to the wolf Fenrir when he agreed to bind the monstrous beast in chains. Tyr's selflessness and sense of duty make him a natural leader among the gods, respected and admired by all who know him. In spite of his martial prowess, Tyr is also a skilled mediator and negotiator, able to resolve disputes and uphold the principles of honor and righteousness. Heimdall. The watchman of the gods, Heimdall is endowed with superhuman senses and strength, able to hear the grass grow and see for hundreds of miles in any direction. Heimdall is responsible for guarding the Bifrost Bridge, the rainbow bridge that connects Asgard to the other realms of the cosmos. He is also entrusted with the Yellow Horn, a mystical horn that he will sound to herald the beginning of Ragnarok, the apocalyptic battle that will bring about the end of the world. Regardless of his solemn duties, Heimdall is known for his steadfast loyalty and unwavering commitment to protecting Asgard and its inhabitants from threats both within and without. Hel, the daughter of Loki and ruler of the realm of the dead, also known as Hel. Half living and half dead, Hel presides over a realm of darkness and decay, where those who did not die in battle are fated to spend eternity. Despite her grim appearance and reputation, Hel is not inherently malevolent, and she is said to treat the souls in her care with fairness and compassion. Nevertheless, her realm is a place of sorrow and suffering, far removed from the glory and feasting of Valhalla. Hel's role in Norse mythology serves as a reminder of the inevitability of death and the importance of living a life of honor and courage. Bragi, the god of poetry, music, and eloquence, Bragi is revered as a patron of skalds and storytellers. He is often depicted as a wise and venerable figure, with a flowing beard and a harp in hand. Bragi's songs are said to be so beautiful that they can move even the gods to tears, and he is credited with inspiring countless tales of heroism and adventure. In spite of his association with the spoken word, Bragi is also a man of action, known for his bravery and cunning in battle. He is invoked by those seeking inspiration or seeking to hone their skills as poets and musicians. Njörd, the god of the sea, seafaring, and wealth, Njörd is associated with the bounty and unpredictability of the ocean. He is generally described as a wise and benevolent figure, with a calm demeanor and a keen understanding of the natural world. Njord's domain extends not only to the sea itself, but also to the winds and the tides that govern its movements. As a result, he is revered by sailors and fishermen alike, who pray to him for safe passage and bountiful catches. Regardless of his tranquil nature, Njörd is not without his share of troubles, particularly when it comes to his tempestuous relationship with the giantess Skadi, whom he was forced to marry against his will. Skadi, a giantess turned goddess, Skadi is associated with winter, skiing, hunting, and mountains. She is depicted as a fierce and independent figure, clad in furs and armed with a bow and arrow. Skadi's love of the wilderness and her skill as a hunter set her apart from the other gods, who are more closely associated with civilization and culture. Despite her outsider status, Skadi is respected and admired by the gods for her strength and resilience, and she is often called upon to aid them in times of need. Nevertheless, her fierce independence and unwillingness to compromise make her a difficult figure to pin down, and her relationship with the other gods is fraught with tension and conflict. Idun, the goddess of youth and immortality, Idun is responsible for tending to the golden apples that grant the gods their eternal youth and vitality. She is described as a serene and graceful figure, with long flowing hair and a basket of apples at her side. Idun's role in Norse mythology is a vital one, as the loss of her apples would mean the eventual decline and death of the gods themselves. As a result, she is fiercely protected by her fellow deities, who recognize the importance of her role in maintaining their continual existence. Regardless of her importance, Idun tends to remain in the background of Norse mythology, content to carry out her duties quietly and without fuss. The goddess of healing and medicine, is revered as a compassionate and skilled healer, capable of curing both physical and spiritual ailments. She is often depicted as a gentle and nurturing figure, with a soothing presence that brings comfort to those in need. Eir's knowledge of herbs and healing arts is legendary, and she is usually called upon to aid the gods and mortals alike in times of illness or injury. Despite her gentle nature, Eir is not without her share of strength and resilience, and she is willing to go to great lengths to ensure the well-being of those under her care. As a result, she is highly respected and revered by both gods and mortals alike, who recognize the vital role she plays in maintaining the health and vitality of the cosmos.